Hi there, this is the weekly forecast for March 10th through the 16th of 2019. So starting out right on Sunday the 10th, there's a Mars sextile to Neptune, and this can really be an opportunity to direct more abstract, dreamy energy into actually getting something done with it. So it can direct our spiritual, our religious, our creative energy into actual action that can actualize into actual things getting done and going after what we want. The moon later that day will square Venus, which is kind of like a pouty energy of feeling as if we're not getting what we deserve. This will pass, so don't act out or throw like a temper tantrum. There could just be a situation where you feel like you're really feeling unpleasant about not getting what you think you should have. Monday the 11th, the moon will conjunct Mars in Taurus, trining Saturn in Capricorn, and so we're inspired to go after what we want, and we're thinking in more realistic grounding ways in this like Mercury retrograde, muddy whirlwind bullshit that's keeping us pretty confused. Later, the moon will sextile the sun as well and trine to Pluto, which further just dedicates us to the plan we're pursuing, even if we can't fully commit to that in the Mercury retrograde quite yet, and it's getting us into the practical, like dirt of the matter of doing what we really need to do. This is really a great energy to work smart and work thoroughly instead of going off the rails and not knowing what the hell to do. Tuesday the 12th, not that much happening. The moon will be in Gemini, so more talkative, intellectual, conversational. It will sextile Chiron in Aries, so maybe we're more expressive about things going on in our emotional world, whether our vulnerabilities and whatnot, and it would be a good day for like talk therapy, whether that's actual talk therapy or just like chatting with friends. Wednesday the 13th, the sun will sextile to Pluto and square Jupiter. So the sextile to Pluto definitely makes us feel more courageous or brave about getting to the bottom of things. The superior square from Jupiter also means that we have some optimism and interest in really going after that. Just be careful about not promising more than you can deliver or getting too far deep in any way. The moon will trine Venus and square Neptune that day as well, so in our emotional world too, there's feelings of comfort that may go as far as being disillusioned, and just be careful not to make choices that really don't serve you, that are rooted in like momentary feelings of being good and feeling open. Make sure that your choices are double checked before doing anything that could just be stupid. Thursday the 14th, we have a Mars trine to Saturn, which is just this gray earth energy of being grounded and focused and determined to go after our projects in a more linear way than otherwise this Mercury retrograde would allow. It's a good day for getting something done. The moon in Cancer will sextile Uranus though and square Chiron, so we could be inspired to break out of old patterns, but we could feel really scared about our vulnerability or the changes that we need to make. So with that, again, baby steps, just no pressure here. Acknowledge where you're at and what you're feeling and take change from there. There'll also be a Sun-Mercury cazimi, a conjunction at 9:47 p.m. Eastern. So it's in Pisces during this Mercury retrograde, so it's not exactly going to be the most illuminating, but I think it'll be illuminating how we don't have all the answers yet. It'll be making it clear that there isn't clarity about certain things. So it's not the untangling of any Mercury retrograde issues, it's more like being aware of all the tangles. Friday the 15th, Mercury will square Jupiter, and Jupiter will be in the superior position in this square, so it might give us new ideas and more optimism or interest in learning. Also, again, with all these Jupiter aspects, don't overpromise. I can't stress that enough during this retrograde. There's just the possibility of deception, even if you're not meaning to and you mean well. Just don't overstate or make any claims that you can't back up. The moon in Cancer will trine Neptune and oppose Saturn, so we could be dreamy and have all these interests and inspired ideas, but we could feel kind of hopeless about our hopefulness. And this opposition to Saturn could really bring up some insecurities we have about going after our dreams. So I would just ask yourself, why do you feel so incapable, or what's really holding you back, and what's the worst thing that can happen if you do follow and break those fears? Finally, on Saturday the 16th, we have a Mercury sextile to Pluto. So this is some investigative energy with our communication, more willing to talk about things we might otherwise feel comfortable. And the moon will also oppose Pluto, so we could definitely continue to be struck down by fear or powerlessness or fear of being out of control. But maybe Mercury sextile to Pluto would make us curious about our feelings of lack of control more than succumbing to them. Finally, that night the moon will move into Leo, and it'll square Uranus and trine Chiron, so we might be uncomfortable with the need to change, but maybe we are more accepting of that discomfort. And we're both inspired to honor our individual power while also being scared of what that really means. So there's the opportunity here to make that leap and go into the unfamiliar with the self-acceptance that whatever happens, happens, and you don't have to push yourself to go anywhere that you don't feel comfortable going. So this week definitely allows for both a lot of dreamy energy and some grounded energy, and it's working with both of those and not becoming either too cynical and disenchanted or going on the other end and making choices that don't serve you because they're not rooted in reality. So it's about navigating those two extremes to better suit you. So I hope this was helpful. I do private consultations at the link below. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you soon.